steal in bulk. And the police and the country's military. There was no room on the road which wraps itself around the port of Durban. It had been turned into a thoroughfare for raiders and thieves as they ransacked warehouses and distribution centers located close to the shipping terminal. The young and the old took advantage, with people on foot, joined by those in pickup trucks who'd come to steal in bulk. And the police and the country's military, well, they were nowhere to be seen.
Why are people doing this? Why are people doing it?
The train tracks were used as a form of escape by those lugging stolen goods, although many tried to avoid our camera.
Hungry, we are hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah, no joke.
It was a sentiment expressed by many.
Why are people looting?
No food, no nothing, no work, he said.
But you can't eat a bicycle.
I can, he responded. The trouble was triggered by the arrest of the former president, Jacob Zuma, last week. But it has been fueled by frustration in a country where millions are struggling in the midst of the pandemic. The authorities have made nearly 2,000 arrests nationwide, but they are not in control. On the River Horse Industrial Estate, a police unit fired tear gas and rubber bullets in an attempt to clear the park. The police are outnumbered and bewildered, and some are growing angry. As they race to another call, we saw one officer firing his weapon at people on the roadside at point-blank range. Roadblocks have been erected to intercept the looters, but they will not stop this disorder. For the authorities lack basic resources, while millions of people cannot meet their basic needs. In a crisis that threatens South Africa, ordinary people have chosen to steal, and the implications seem unmanageable. John Sparks, Sky News, in Durban.
In Cuba, days of dissent with chants of liberty and freedom sweeping through the streets of Havana and other cities. Stones thrown at police, dumpsters overturned. The rarity of this type of protest in the communist country still sinking in. As 90 miles away in Miami, families protesting again overnight, fearful of how the Cuban military might respond to loved ones back home.
The situation is dire in Cuba. I mean, literally, the government is trying to cut off communication from the outside world so people don't see the brutality of the situation.
A generational economic crisis, coupled with record COVID numbers and a lack of vaccine, has fueled demands for ending Cuba's 60-year dictatorship. The country claims to have multiple vaccines, but won't share its research. Some Cuban-American leaders pleading for American intervention.
Please do not abandon the Cuban people. Support them decisively. President Biden can fix what Kennedy broke.
President Biden's response, one of solidarity, though he steered clear of requests to intervene.
We call on the government of Cuba to refrain from violence, their attempts to silence the voice of the people of Cuba.
Cuba's leader, Miguel Diaz-Canel, blames the U.S. embargo for the country's ills.
They simply are not hearing the voices and will of the Cuban people.
Maria Figueroa fled Cuba at the age of 13 and says the time for change has arrived.
I don't care if you've been here 5 years or 60 years. You should care that your brethren over there in Cuba are suffering right now. And we need to help them. And that's, I think, has been their cry. It's a cry for help.
And President Biden is facing pressure from within his own party today for continuing to enact some of the policies that were put in place under the Trump administration, not just elements of the embargo, but also preventing American companies like Western Union from transferring money to Cuba, something the company had done for decades until November. Craig, back to you.
All right, Sam Rockforce there in Little Havana. Sam, thank you.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start out by giving our praise honor and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Also want to give a shout out there to the hopeful elect, you Akim and Aqua, who are sincerely in this truth, as well as the believers, not just believers of this word, but doers as well. And to you, I'd like to say shalom. Alright, first off, man, this what happens when the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see, all these uproars of the people, you know, this what happens when you got a 2-year-old in the driver's seat, man. Matter of fact, let's start off in Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And you just seen that in the 2 videos there, man. You see, because this man does not know how to rule, man. You see, he don't know what to do when he's given the wheel, man. But we ultimately know, you know, this is prophecy, man. As a matter of fact, we just gonna touch on that as well, because all it is uproars of the people, man, that the Lord spake about, man. Matter of fact, let's get that in 2nd Esdras. Chapter 9 and verse 3. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, you know, this we just know that we're coming in that time. You see, when the so-called white man, he's about to give up the seat, man. He's about to give it up. Because if this man continue to rule, man, you know, we all be in, you know, just continuing hell, man. You know, the whole damn planet would probably die off. Because not just the people are mourning, but the beast of the field as well. You know, the animals are mourning as well, man. You see, you got birds dropping out of the sky. You see? And that's just a small example, man. Let you know this man is he can't be put back in the driver's seat, man. Just like the Lord said, he gonna bring him. You know, in Obadiah, he says he's gonna bring him down, man. The Lord's gonna do that. And as well, you know, just believe the last video we watching. You know, all these other nations. It's an article, you know, about the other nations telling America not to intervene in with Cuba, man. See, that's that third war. Matter of fact, let's get that. Quickly. Alright, Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So that's as well. That's the rumors of wars as well, man. You see? So we know it's coming to an end, man. And he gotta go, man. He gotta go. Because for this man to go, the kingdom got to come in, man. I mean, so like in order for the kingdom to come in, this man has to go. Alright, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So if this place don't go, man, then the kingdom, the kingdom of righteousness cannot come, man. And that's what brothers are praying for, man. Hey, man, we ready to get the hell up out of here, man. We tired of this place. This shit ain't nothing but death. That's all it is, man. That's why brothers got to repent, too, every day, man. Because this place had you going off, man. Can't keep the Sabbath, or the new moon, Have a time, all because you got a slave for, punk-ass Esau. But see, all of that is coming to an end, man, by the way of prophecy playing out now. That's why the brothers, we're rejoicing at this time, man, that it's uproars of the people. Because the Lord said that's around the time, like we just read, that's around the time where he's coming to visit the world which he made, man. That's beautiful. And I'm going to get this at the, I'm going to end it off on this one, man. What I just had, 7 p.m. Let me see. Alright, so we're gonna start at verse 12. So this the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 12. Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of Yahawah, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And the heavens, that's dealing with a rulership, man. That's not dealing with an actual place up in the sky somewhere, man. Damn Christians, But that's dealing with a rulership. You see, like we read earlier, I don't think I got it, but in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The so-called white man is in his heaven right now. Like the old saying, a white man's heaven is a black man's hell. Or something like that, But continue. It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So that new heaven is the storm with 144,000 men. That's going to be the government. You see, that's going to be the new heaven. And so with a new heaven comes a new earth, because everything's going to be ruled different, ran different, man. It's going to be ran in righteousness, like the scripture said, wherein dwelleth righteousness. It's going to be ran righteous. So it's going to be a different earth. The earth is going to be totally different from what it looked like now. You're not going to have this bullshit that this nigga got set up here, man. It's going to be something totally different. Beyond our thinking, man. Beyond our mind, But yeah, man, that's what the brothers who are sincerely in this truth looking for, man. We not looking for, to stay here like, your typical Israelite nigga just want to keep his commandments in Esau's world, man. He don't, half of these other camps, man, they really don't want to see the end come, man. They really comfortable here. Because half of them niggas know they wrong, for one. And when the Most High come, it ain't gonna be good, man. You see? But that's all I just want to touch on, Akim. Lord willing, it was edifying. Ended out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule well and teach well. And again, I want to give a shout out there to the Akim and Aqua who are sincerely in this truth, as well as the believers, but not just believers of this word, but doers as well. And again, Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time I say shalom.